Hi once again, it's Stephen DiPietro from servicewithpurpose.net. Today I want to talk about the 8 different styles of selling. Now when I talk about the 8 styles of selling, there are probably 100. But the really important thing about this is that each one, and you know each of them, requires you to tackle your sales and your service slightly differently. Some of them are sales intensive, some of them are service intensive, some are neither. Let's have a look at them. Number 1 is the direct sale. A direct sale is when I put an offer out there and someone buys. So build it and they will come. A direct sale is expensive because it requires media. It means you don't understand much about the customer. You simply put it out there and they come in. It also doesn't require a great deal of sales or service by the staff members. So if you're a direct selling company, the customer service from the point of view of making the sale is actually less of a big deal. The customer service obviously comes in with fulfilling the product, but that's a different story. We're talking about getting to the point of closing the sale. So the direct sale doesn't really require much training, much of anything in terms of customer service. It's simply be there and make the transaction efficient. Number 2, the referral. The referral is the old word of mouth. The referral also doesn't need a great deal of customer service because the customer's mind is made up before they get there. Their friend told them that your product is awesome and they'll buy it. So all you can do there is get in the way, so try to get out of the way almost, and again make the transaction efficient. Number 3 is the suggestive sell. Now the suggestive sell is when I come in to buy something and you might suggest to me something that goes with that product. For example, if you don't like lamb, then perhaps try the beef alternative for this curry. Might be the same cost, everything exactly the same, except what it means is that you as the seller are more in tune with me as the customer. So the suggestive sell requires a great deal of customer service. It requires empathy. It requires an understanding of the customer. It requires all of those things that you think of in terms of customer service. This is where customer service sells. But again, it's not for everyone. So the suggestive sell depends on the type of business you have and depends on your strategy going into the sale process. Number 4 is the upsell. The upsell is when I'm buying a product and you suggest to me a different version or a better version of the same product, even if it's for part of the product. Here's an example. You buy a car, it has cloth seats and you're upsold leather seats. So it's still the same product, it's a different version, slightly or completely a different version of the original product. You can buy the 2-wheel drive version or be upsold to the 4-wheel drive version, but it's still the same product. Upsell doesn't require that much intuition, that much customer service. What it requires is a lot of discipline. So you can set it up in a way that if staff are programmed, they're trained to spot things in the customer, to understand what's going on. You can trot out a script, you can put out a process, so you can take them through. For example, in a car example, get the customer to be interested in the car and the price, and then look at the add-on sale after that. And some companies do it in reverse. They start with the add-on sale with everything on it, and then take away the add-ons to get to a core price. Either way, it's a process. It's something you just do. Very different to the suggestive sell, which is more intuitive and understanding the customer a lot more. Number 5 is the add-on sale. Now the add-on sale is different again because the add-on sale is where you buy something in addition to and kind of complementary to the original purchase. Again, using the car analogy, it's the towing kit. It's something that's part of the car, but it's not actually the car itself. So you add it on to the original sale. So you don't actually need necessarily, again, that much customer service intuition, except it is more actually than the add-on, because you have to start to understand, well, hey, do you tow? And start to take an interest in the customer so that you can upsell that product. But then the add-on tends to be a really small part of the overall purchase, so it's not a great big deal. So it actually tends to be a relatively easy sell as long as you understand what the customer's doing. So it doesn't require a great deal of salesmanship. Number 6 is the cross-sell. Now the cross-sell is when I come into product here and you cross-sell me another product which is completely different, but still related. What do I mean? For example, if I'm buying a pair of jeans, you might cross-sell me a belt. If I'm buying some pharmaceutical product like an antibiotic, the pharmacist might actually sell me a probiotic to alleviate any pains I might get from the antibiotic. This requires a great deal of knowledge about the product. It requires you to take an interest in the customer. It requires you to get out there and actually put forward a solution that might be in their best interests. Number 7 is the impulse buy. The impulse buy is when you put something in front of the customer, for example, at the checkout in a supermarket, and get them to buy it. Now, it doesn't require a great deal of customer service. It doesn't require anything except being there. So from the staff perspective, it's more about making sure the stock is there and it is as it's supposed to be. Impulse buys, and with impulse buys, you don't need training and you don't need any great understanding, but the organization needs a lot of understanding about what the customer's about, so they understand what they will buy and where they will buy it. Number 8 is repeat sales. The repeat sales obviously come from word of mouth, and this is where I experience the whole product from up to the sale and then going forwards. And this is the land of customer experience. Everyone in the organization has something to do with repeat sales. It's the guy who's packaging, the guy who's putting it on the courier. It's the person in the accounting department. Everyone touches repeat sales. So if you have a strategy for high repeat sales, you then need to introduce customer experience and get everyone involved. 8 things, very, very different and yet kind of similar. And they have varying degrees of requirement of customer service, salesmanship, and things like scripts and all those types of things. So you can't just say one size fits all. It's dependent on your strategy and how you want to present yourself to the customer. Once again, it's Stephen DiPietro from servicewithpurpose.net, and have an awesome day.